So, new updates in regards to Diddy that obviously are not going to be good. And Bieber, yeah. Hey guys, that's Morali, daily and consistent content. Let's get straight into this video where Justin Bieber again is going viral for like the 5th millionth time this year for not looking good. Something is going on with this man where he seems to be going through something. People have taken compilations of him at Coachella and have uploaded videos of him where he seems to be out of it. Now, to be honest with you, I just feel like this man is just high. That's just my honest opinion. I feel like he's just high with people. He's taking some strong, I don't know what he's taking, probably just high on weed. I feel like maybe like I don't know what it is, but it's just some strong stuff that he's taking. And he's just very high dancing. And there are just certain snippets where he looks out of it. They've taken that, put it out there, and like, this man needs help, this man needs help, this man needs help. Yes, he could be taking a lot of this stuff because he's trying to run away from something or something is stressing him out. But at the same time, I think that this is being dramatized is what I'm trying to say. I feel like there are clips and there are times where the man does look like he's going through something, like when he's on the streets looking stressed, looking angry, looking drained, eyes sunken, heavy bags. Yes, then. But I feel like at concerts where, he looks like he's very high, I don't think it's that deep. And I feel like, we need to read between the lines, which I've said when it comes to this man, because they're going to be throwing stuff like this out there in the media. Some of it will be true. Some of it, probably won't, and we need to use our discernment, but this is what people are discussing. Now, in terms of court documents, I did discuss yesterday about a 911 call and about how Diddy was breaking into houses. Well, it looks like that was Kid Cudi, and that particular 911 call is from him. At trial, the government will seek to admit a 911 call placed by individual 2 after the defendant broke into the LA home where individual 2 had been staying. Because this call was made shortly after discovering the break-in, it is admissible under Rules 803 as a present sense impression under Rule 803 as an excited utterance and or under rule, as a statement of the declarant in existing state of mind. Further, the call is admissible under Rule XYZ as a prior consistent statement in the event. So of course, the prosecution are saying that this call is admissible from Kid Cudi because of several different rules, and we're giving you examples. Not only that, but Cassie's text, basically victim 1, is highly relevant because it corroborates victim 1's expected testimony and provides direct evidence that the defendant used violence to force and coerce victim 1 to engage in freak-offs. So whoever's text this is, it actually is highly relevant to Cassie's expected testimony. I don't know whose text that's going to be. That connection between the defendant's use of force and the commercial sex is powerful proof and rebuts the defendant's argument that the sex and violence, is totally separate and motivated by totally different things. So I wonder whose texts are going to come in and save Cassie. Second, the government intends to call several law enforcement witnesses who will testify about, amongst other things, the searches of Diddy's residence and plane, as well as summary charts prepped from other exhibits in this case. The government similarly requested the defense be precluded from cross-examining law enforcement witnesses regarding unrelated incidents of officer misconduct or any other topics that are either outside the scope of their direct testimony or unrelated to matters directly affecting their credibility. These law enforcement witnesses who are going to testify, of course, that's going to be major news. These are the people who searched Diddy's places, raided his house and everything. Clearly, they have more information that is going to help the prosecution's story and side when it comes to Diddy. What are they going to say that we don't know? I honestly don't understand. But if it's not the co-conspirator witnesses, Diddy's ex-team, who are going to be coming out, basically dragging him and, snaking on him, we've been told, have law enforcement witnesses that are coming out. So it's not just victim 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 with their testimonies and the superseding indictments. It's also now co-conspirator witnesses and also law enforcement witnesses. Prosecution are coming with every single angle to whack this man because they're trying to make sure that they cover every single one of their steps when it comes to this trial. They don't want to mishap any kind of issue. RICO has a 90% plus conviction rate as it is, but at the same time, this is a big case. They definitely want to convict Diddy on some kind of prison sentence, and therefore they need to do this. If Diddy walks scot-free and his lawyers are able to to overcome this case, the prosecution are going to look like idiots. But not only that, somebody or some people from the prosecution are definitely going to be fired for the fact that they've exhausted all of these processes to try and get this big person under the prison cell and he's able to walk scot-free. I don't think Diddy's going to walk scot-free. Of course, the police don't do all of this if that is the case. But at the same time, this is why I feel like they're trying to whack him and bring in witnesses from every single direction. The co-conspirator witnesses and the law enforcement witnesses are really going to be the double whammy to convince the jury that this man is absolutely guilty. Why is everybody moving to the UK? Why is everybody moving to the UK? I don't understand. There are several reports that Beyonce and Jay-Z are eyeing a particular home in the UK, specifically in the British countryside, which has become an increasingly popular destination for stars looking for privacy and scenic beauty. The superstar couple is said to be interested in purchasing a home in the scenic Cotswold region, although their property in LA will always be their primary residence. I don't understand this because even though the Cotswold in the UK has picturesque landscapes, historic villages, and has attracted numerous, celebrities. You've got the British royal family there. You've even got the Beckhams, Kate Moss, whatever. Everybody in the Cotswold. The weather isn't even that great in the UK. That's why everybody from the UK, from London, honestly, guys, calling out myself, people generally in the UK and London are just bad vibes. And one of the reasons is because of the cloudy, gloomy weather that we nearly have all year round. So I don't understand why people are running to the Cotswold. It doesn't make sense to me for this to be some kind of scenic beauty landscape because the weather does not bring that as much as it is. And for people who live in places like LA where you get sun 24/7, I don't know why they want to make those moves. Maybe it is some kind of private residence for whilst they're touring, but again, the Cotswold isn't literally 10 minutes, it's not 10 minutes from London. So I don't understand why celebrities are trying to make this move, because as you guys know, Ellen DeGeneres made the move herself and she's bought a place in the Cotswold, and I believe that she's living there as well. Of course, they have homes everywhere, but that is her primary residence. Now, Beyonce and Jay-Z are also eyeing that specific area. I don't understand why people are looking at the Cotswold. Moreover, I don't understand why these celebrities are leaving America. I get it when it comes to other people, when it comes to presidency and somebody being very polarized, but I feel like these celebrities are not going to be as affected because they have a significant large form of wealth. So the idea that they're running from America to go to the UK is not making any sense, because none of this is going to affect you. You're only getting richer. You're only going on more tours, getting more money. So I don't know. They're free to do whatever they want to do. And these are what reports are saying, that they are, eyeing UK. Of course, LA will always be their home, but they want UK to be on there because Beyonce loves the UK, because they support everything that she does. They are focused on the Cotswold now because of the land and escape. They've stayed there. They've been looking for properties and will buy it if they find somewhere that feels like home, but are looking at short-term agreements only whilst they make their choice. The Cotswold region spans across several counties and offers the kind of exclusivity and natural beauty that many celebrities even seek. Apparently it might be a base for the children while she tours around Europe. I don't know. I mean, I could see it. It does make sense to me, but also at the same time, many other celebrities are coming to the Cotswold and I don't get it. It's honestly just, I don't know. It sounds a bit weird. Let me know your thoughts are, guys, when it comes to this video. Do subscribe to the channel, comment down below, give this video a thumbs up. I would appreciate it. We still need to get more updates on the Busby and Jay-Z extortion cases, because that is still pending. That is still going on. So I don't know why Judge Epstein is taking his life to that, but we need to find out when those next court hearings are. What's going to happen? Is that going to go to court? Are they going to settle? Is the extortion, charge going to be salvaged or not? We need those updates. You got to stay on top of everything. Subscribe. Hopefully you guys are living for this Riyadh. I think it's absolutely gorgeous, and I want to try to show what I can from it. Again, follow me on my Instagram at Murad_Morali. I post my travels there, and hopefully you guys would appreciate it. But yeah, I'll catch you guys soon.